渋谷、渋谷です。
Welcome back to the Washitsu. If you didn't know, this is a Washitsu graphic. Tatami, paper doors, wood, Washits. Anyway, I just want to say thank you very much for watching and commenting and liking my last video. It was never really intended to be a video, if I'm honest. It was just a case of setting everything up, seeing if I could actually be bothered to see it through. And yeah, that's why I called it a pilot, really, because it was never really meant to be anything, but it kind of went better than I thought. So I really enjoyed editing the start sequence. It wasn't supposed to be a start sequence. It literally took me like 20 minutes to get into the video, and I didn't plan on putting all that stuff in. But it was, to be quite honest, it was the best thing about it. So I'm going to be drinking this is a strong, Daz made a comment about it, so I got this especially for you, Daz. You know it's going to taste like shit. I don't know if you can hear the sound yet. I'm sure it's the tofu guy. There's two tofu people. This one comes around like every week, and then there's another one that comes around a bit more sporadically. So I'm gonna I got a few pickups I'm gonna show you. Bit of tat. Speaking of tat, Al, Big Game Al, he didn't make a video, he streamed the other day, and he put in the title, "No Tat," as if it was like a no tat zone, but then it just showed a load of GameCube tat. I think he was a bit confused on the, I'm going to say definition of tat, but I suppose it could be subjective. But to me, tat is the shit. It doesn't matter what system it is, it's just the shit on that system. So like, your FIFAs and your crappy games, you feel like what's the word? Has loads of it. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Anyway, some banging lovely. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what system it is. It's all got its tat. I think he's been getting a hard time with his 360, and he seems to think that 360 is tat. Well, I don't think he thinks it's tat, it's just that he thinks that other people think it's tat. But it's not tat, it's just tat if it's a shit game. Just because it's 360, don't make it tat. A decent game on 360 is a decent game. It's not good, Daz. It really isn't. So, there was two things I wanted to mention. One is basically all the comments that I've made on videos between a certain period. So from like 4 years ago to last week, if I made a comment on your video or responded to a comment, then it's gone. The reason for that is that to make it really short and understandable, essentially I've consolidated Basubi James and Basubi into one. That is not quite how it works, but just to keep it simple, because it is quite difficult to explain. And anything that was Basubi James in that time period is now gone. So I'm sorry. I will not go back and make all those comments again, and particularly a lot of the times that maybe you've then responded, and you know, if I see the video like pop up again or whatever, I'll perhaps pop in and say, give a thumbs up again, but I'm not going to go back and make all the comments and stuff like that, so sorry. Anything from last week going forward should not be a problem. The other thing is my name. Honestly, I don't I don't mind if you want to call me Wasabi or Wasabi, or I don't mind. I don't mind. It's kind of a meme in itself that it's not actually my name. It's my name converted into katakana, converted back into Romaji, and then Stu's gone and called me Wasabi, which he then evolved into Wasabi. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I quite like it. I quite like the fact that no one really knows how to say it, which is why I'm not saying it right now. I'll leave it up to you how it's pronounced. However you read it, however you want to say it, it's fine. So, as you've seen, I made a little video. So I'm filming this on a Thursday, and that was a Sunday. My youngest daughter wanted to go out to Daiso, so I thought it might be an opportunity to do some filming. And yeah, I think for what the couple of hours that we spent out, I don't think it's turned out too bad. So pickups, and so remember last week I showed you my entire PS1, PS2, PS3, Xbox and Xbox 360 collection, along with the Tetris collection, which was essentially those systems plus a DS game and a Wii game, I think. I'm going to show you my Switch games. Again, because I think it's going to be less interesting, and I think I will get little by little probably a little bit better. And I want to save what I think is the good stuff or my favourite stuff to be able to talk about it a little bit more confidently, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do Switch. It's not very big. It used to be at least double this size, if not triple this size. But there was a cull. I'm going to start with Starlink, because this was actually a part of the cull, but when it came to selling them, it just wasn't worth any money. And it's a pretty big box and whatnot. So we ended up just keeping it, and you know, I've not played it. My son played it, and he said it wasn't very good, but I don't know. I might like it. I do like Star Fox games, so I know it's not a Star Fox game. So the first game that I got for the Switch when it came out in, I want to say March 2017. I was still in the UK in March 2017. I moved out here in August of that year, and I got this, and I'd already gave notice to my work, so I was like 4 o'clock out the door playing this bad boy. And I loved every second of it. I love it. I love the look of it. I love the way that it plays. There's not a lot I can say bad about this game. Now, it was my first Zelda experience. And like I say, I loved it. So I haven't got that old Zelda game knowledge to think that, well, it's not the same or it's a worse version, because this was my first. So yeah, I'm just really happy with it. I have tried to go back and play Wind Waker. Stu sent us Wind Waker, and I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but it's not Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is it's the biz, and I'd go as far as saying it's in my top 3 games of all time. That's how highly regarded to me this game is, and I can't wait for the sequel. I know that there's the, I forget what it's called, like it's like the Hyrule Warriors type thing, which is done in that art style. It looks nice. I did play the demo, but obviously it's just a Warriors game, and it's not really my cup of tea. Obligatory. Anyone that's got a Switch has probably got Mario Kart. It is the definitive, not just definitive Mario Kart 8, the definitive Mario Kart in my opinion. It is absolutely fantastic. Alex, Nintendo Arcade, he was showing his Switch collection not so long ago, and you know, he said they're gonna have to do something drastically different with it, because you can't. What can you do apart from just adding more characters and more courses? What can you do with that now? That is perfected. So anyway, Splatoon 2, great game. To be fair, I didn't play a lot of it on the Switch. I played a lot on the Wii U when that came out. My youngest daughter played a fuck ton of this game. Hundreds of hours. I think it's closer to 1,000 hours. Yeah, she played that to death before she discovered Fortnite. And then now she just plays Fortnite. 1-2 Switch. Tech demo, kind of like Wii Sports was, but at least Wii Sports did have a little bit of legs in it. I was done with this game after an hour, to be fair. I don't know why I've still got it. Captain Treasure Tracker Toad. Toad is called Kinopio in Japanese. I don't know why. I suppose because Kino is mushroom. But yeah. It's just a port, I believe. Just a port of the Wii U version, but with some extra bits. Mario Odyssey-esque extra bits. A game that I wanted to put in the call, but the kids wouldn't let me. Mario Party. I suppose it's alright to play once or twice with your children, but other than that, Mario Odyssey. All three of my kids loved playing this game, and I never got around to doing it because when it first came out, my son had it, and then my oldest daughter had it, and then my youngest daughter had it, and I just never got round to playing it. I definitely want to make this a part of my 2021 bucket list of games to play. Mario Rabbids. I loved it, I really did. Put quite a bit of hours into this, and yeah, I completed it, and I did buy the DLC. Wasn't such a fan of the DLC. I'm quite a way through it, but I don't know, it just wasn't the same as the original main game. Kind of got bored of it, but without the DLC, the original game is great. Minecraft, what can you say? It's Minecraft, the same as it is everywhere else. Belt Action Collection. Got a lot of nostalgia for Final Fight and Knights of the Round. The other games not so familiar with. Perhaps if I played them I'd probably recognise them, but yeah, I'm guessing this has got to be one of the best versions of Final Fight to play on a console. Ultra Street Fighter 2, arguably the definitive version of Street Fighter 2. Big fan of Street Fighter 2. I loved it when it came out on the SNES. Really did. Fantastic game. I like Mortal Kombat as well, particularly Mortal Kombat 2. But Street Fighter 2 really is the something. Sonic Mania. I started playing it when it first came out. Probably did the first couple of levels and then just never went back. I like Sonic, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I'd definitely go back and play it at some point. Maybe. Probably. Maybe not. And then this is an awesome, this is a gem. So this is Street Fighter Collection, and it's got the original Street Fighter, which I played the arcade machine in a chippy. Rob will know the chippy. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, another Super Street Fighter 2 X, is it? Street Fighter 0, Street Fighter 0 2, Street Fighter 0 3, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Amazing, amazing. And then this last one. So this was no way going to be in the call. This is very special to me. So it's still sealed, in fact. I don't know if I'll open it or not. I'm not sure, but it will certainly be with me until my heart stops beating. Oh, it's not getting any better. It's not. No, I've got a couple of Switch games in these pickups. I really should have shown these last week because I had them. I've had them for a while, particularly one of them. I've had them months and months. But I've got this nasty habit of pre-ordering games on Amazon and then forgetting about them. I see them pop up and I think, well, I'll pre-order it because I don't have to pay for it now. And if I haven't got the money at the time, I just cancel it. Simple. And you would have thought it is that simple, but no, I forget about them. And then the next thing, I get an email saying it's been shipped. So, the first one is Namcot Collection. For me, there's nothing really on there apart from Splatterhouse. So I never opened it. The intention was to sell it and I just didn't get round to it. And then kind of a similar story with it, Ikaruga. I actually bought it digitally. I'm sure it came out digitally a long time ago. Like at least a year, if not more. I forget though. But this was, a month ago it came out physically. Which again, I'd ordered months before that. But at least this one I can probably move on and not lose any money on. And then I've done it again. This came today. I've not even had time to take it out of the cardboard box that it came in. And it's Adventure to Go. Not only is it Adventure to Go, but it's on the PS4. I don't even have a PS4. Now, it was announced for PS4 and the Switch. And I wanted the Switch. But I've seen no sign of it. I went on Amazon to pre-order it. It wasn't there. It wasn't available. So I thought, well, I'll get the PS4 one. I'll probably be able to move it on. When they make these games, they tend to be in limited numbers. So I don't know if I'll sell it straight away or hang on to it for a bit. Wait for it to go out of stock. Or if it doesn't come out on the Switch, I may keep it. You know, I'll probably get a PS4 in a year or so. There's plenty of races on there that I'd like to check out. So, yeah, I might do that. But we'll see. So that was the pickups that I didn't really intend to buy. Well, I did intend to buy, but anyway. Right, these are real pickups that I want to keep. Now, I saw... Can you hear the sound? It's ruining my Sounds of Japan segment. Spoiler, that is. Although I'm somehow filming this every Thursday, so I go to school on a Thursday, and I don't know, just the way that it works out. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, retro break. Is a young, I'm assuming he's English, guy. He actually went to Japan just like at the start of Corona last year. He was lucky really, because I think if he'd had it booked a week later, he probably wouldn't have been going. But yeah, he did a top 15 DS games. He's been on YouTube for a long time because he compared it to his older video of the same name, and he was just a boy, you know. And so anyway, he had a few games that I was interested in. One was Trackmania, but it appears that Trackmania wasn't released in Japan for the DS, so I can't get hold of that one. But he did have, and I forget the English name because it's not called what it is here. I can't remember. Can't remember what it's called, but it's called Atsumete Kirby, which kind of means Kirby collection, I guess, or collect Kirby. But the English name I'm sure was like completely different. Obviously it had Kirby in it, but can't remember. It's a, you know, it is a Kirby game, but you've got multiple Kirbys, and it did look quite fun. And this was like, because I was looking online as I was watching it, and it's dirt cheap. It's like, you can get this for 300 yen, no problem. So that's exactly what I did, and it's come and it's in lovely condition. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Now the other game that he had, right? So it's Sayonara Umihara Kawase, and Umihara is the name of, I'm assuming, this girl. But he was showing the DS one, obviously, because it was a DS top 15 DS games. So I looked online as I was watching it, and I couldn't find one for sale. So I had to look in sort of sold items, and yeah, it goes for quite a bit. Anyway, at the end of the video, I left him a comment saying, you know, nice videos, a couple of titles there I'd like to check out. And I mentioned the Umihara game, and I said, you know, it seems to be quite rare and expensive now. But the 3DS one seems to be cheap and readily available. Do you know if it's any good? Anyway, he didn't get back to me for a couple of days, so I thought, do you know what? I'll take a punt on it. And I shit you not, within an hour, I got a notification saying that it replied to my comment, and he was like, "The 3DS one's not that good." We'll see. Now the last game I've got here is, I had this 2 days ago, but I've sent it on to someone else, and I bought this. Well, originally I bought this for that person, but I just thought, oh, I may as well just send them mine, and I'll keep this. And it's Daytona Circuit Edition. It's not like the original release of Daytona USA. It's a second release, and it's got some features which I'm hoping said person will make a video about. So we'll say no more, and we'll just wait in anticipation for that video. So that's kind of it, really. You know, I haven't really got. I've got a few ideas. One of them was to have a look at sort of past CEX purchases, because I was looking the other day on my CEX account, and you can actually look at your history, and I thought it might be quite interesting to look at how much I paid for things, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, and see what they now sell for. So I had a look at those, and yeah, some I mean, some are the same, but some are different. Some are higher, some are low. So I thought, I don't know, that maybe that'd be quite interesting to do, you know, something with. So the only last thing that I kind of got planned for this video was, I showed this off last week, telling you that it's a 1.0 version, and the version that we all know and love is a 1.1 version. And I did have a couple of people sort of, you know, say, you know, you could have shown it, or or give us a little bit of information about it. So I have, or I will be, and I'm going to put that in right now. So you're looking at two Tetris cartridges, and they look almost identical. There is a third variant, but it has a lot more of that black text on that left hand side. That is always going to be a regular 1.1 version. It is on the left, you are looking at the 1.1 version, and on the right is the 1.0 version. There's two ways you can tell from looking at the label. If you look at the spire of the church, I'll circle it now. The spire on the left hand side, like the ball at the top, just hits that last L on the word all, whereas the one on the right, the ball is almost directly under the L of all. The other way you can tell, but which I'll circle now, is the embossed number. The regular version will always have an A at the end, so this example is 23A. The 1.0 version in this case has a 09. The number's not so important, but the fact that it doesn't have a letter at the end is really what you're looking for. So here is the music of the 1.0. So I hope you found that informative, and I guess I'll just see you on the next one. There will be a next one. Maybe. Probably. This is fucking horrible. Well, in fairness to Daz, he did kind of suspect that it would be horrible. It's not like he recommended it. But yeah, you don't need to try it, Daz. I mean, come to Japan, don't get me wrong. And you're more than welcome to stay at my house. Plenty of nice things to try. You don't need to be trying strong. You know, and if you want to get drunk, just have like more of the nice stuff. There's no need for this at all. I don't even know why it exists.